What up guys, it's Bananaowns here bringing you episode 6 of my Bioshock Infinite Let's Play. And in this episode we are going to fight a crazy guy, get the shock vigor, and overall be very badass and kill a lot of people. And here are a lot of crazy guys. Okay, there's quite a few, well not quite a few, there's 3 main cutscenes where I'm going to be not talking over, and there's actually quite a lot of dialogue in this whole section of the game, and I don't like. I debated about whether I was gonna talk over it or not, but in the end I decided I was going to well talk over it. So I'm just exploring this little area right here. Hopefully my voiceover didn't get messed up at all. Okay, so this is this whole guy, he's Captain Cornelius Slate. He basically used to be in the same like regiment as Booker, and he has quite a grudge. He has quite a grudge, and he's kind of a dick, a crazy dick, really. But yeah, he really hates Comstock. Like, really hates Comstock. Okay, so here's a cutscene, and I'll be back.
Corporal DeWitt proved his worth on the field that day.
Well, I'll be. Slate? Is that you?
You've always been different, haven't you, Booker? You crave no glory.
Look, I see you're caught up in some kind of jam here. If you could see fit to let us through to where they keep the shock jockey, then we'll...
That tin soldier, Comstock. Once my boy's dead, we won't die at his hands.
There's going to be trouble.
All my men have left is a choice. Die at the hands of a tin soldier, or a real one!
And okay, we are back, and you can see Slate is pretty fucking crazy. He's very like a rugged old soldier, and he sends his men to basically die facing you because he knows you're gonna fuck them up. Dick move, but a little bit understandable because he's focusing on being a good soldier and such like that. So I apologize for talking over some of this stuff, but there's a lot of it in this little section right here, and if I left a lot of it in, there probably would not be much of a voiceover, especially since a lot of the little dialogue happens in the middle of combat segments, or overall just in the middle of in the middle of gameplay stuff. So if you really want to pay attention, especially when Slate talks when you're fighting or something, there are subtitles on the screen. Be sure to use those. They're your greatest ally in following the story, which is why they're up like that. So again, you know, just keep moving along. This is be quite a lengthy segment for the next little cutscene, and then again there's gonna be a lengthy segment after that. So there's like these shrines to the Boxer Rebellion and the Battle of Wounded Knee. Now the Boxer Rebellion was a little rebellion in China. I believe it was in the 1800s, sometime in there. I don't know the exact year, but like that. But it involved the Chinese rising up against the foreign interest and kicking them out of the country, I believe. I hope I'm right on this one. I believe that was it. So in the Infinite Universe, at Boxer Rebellion, the city of, well, I believe the city of Columbia, or Booker DeWitt was part of this whole thing. Well, no, never mind. Hold on, I'm being stupid. So the city of Columbia, sorry, I was getting mixed up there. So the city of Columbia used its missile launchers to attack the people participating in the Boxer Rebellion, because when Columbia was first founded, it was founded as an official U.S. city. But after the attack on the Boxer Rebellion, the U.S. government stopped really recognizing it and put it again. So,
oh, I read about this. Comstock led the Columbia.
Yeah, sorry for getting a little quiet right there. Slate's going really fucking crazy. Like that. So yeah, so that's what really happened with Columbia. I hope I got most of that right. I believe I believe that was right. I don't know. I might be talking out of my ass, but hello. So as you notice, like the scenery in this whole area, it's really cool because you're fighting on these like exhibits, and which obviously you can see are altered to make Comstock look very, very good, and they make him pay out like a hero. It's very similar to almost, I would say to some of the cult of personality that Hitler had, actually, where they just portray him as like infallible, like the perfect leader. And I don't know if in Nazi Germany that they put him into like a bunch of history stuff. I think this almost seems more like a North Korea type of thing, where they're Comstock's inserting himself into the history, or making like a really fictionalized version of himself to make him look better. So I don't know. It seems like the North Korea thing, really, where if you pay attention to the news at all, you see like Kim Jong-un went golfing or something, and then the Korean media, North Korean media, reports that like he got like 18 holes in ones, or I think they just did another like fake news story in North Korea where they captured like 100,000 Americans or something. Can't exactly remember the exact number, what they said, but it's really funny considering. So again, talking about the environment of this whole section, it's really cool because you're like fighting in a museum exhibit, and you can basically see just how influential Comstock's religion is, and how influential the man himself is. And you really see, like, he has monuments everywhere, and he has like a freaking shrines and dedicated to him, like history shrines dedicated to him. So yeah, it's fairly interesting. And oh god, this is Wounded Knee, and of course Booker DeWitt at the beginning of the game, if you paid attention when he received his little gun case, Booker DeWitt was at Wounded Knee. And I apologize for pausing right here, but yeah, so Booker DeWitt was at Wounded Knee, as Elizabeth points out right now, and it kind of really messes him up a bit. It kind of makes him into the badass that he is right now. So okay, so just more random exploring, you know, and of course we're gonna have to fight our way through some enemies in this exhibit right here. Now this one, I'd say the little snow area was a little bit easier to fight in. This one isn't really doesn't have just a really elevated area like the last one did. But yeah, so it's pretty cool. I really enjoy these like George Washington statues. Like they made George Washington, you know, with the angel wings, where he's like a prophet, or they kind of show like his divinity in this religion. And especially since the spoiler, the George Washington statues are like enemies in this game. They're like specific enemies, which is really kind of funny, because they like shout like quotes about like liberty and stuff like that. It's kind of similar to Liberty Prime in Fallout 3, but not like 20 feet tall, or not like 50 feet tall, or however tall Liberty Prime is. And god, that was such a great mission in Fallout 3 with Liberty Prime, like death to the communists and all like the one-liners against communism. Those were freaking hilarious. Makes me want to go replay like that last mission, but I won't, because I have a lot to play right now. I have a huge backlog of games. As I mentioned in a couple videos ago, Far Cry 3 is fucking great. That game is worth $60. I think it's on sale at Newegg right now for $25. But of course there's like shipping, so it's about $30. It was like $30 at Best Buy last week, which is when I got it. So yeah, that game is fucking great. Any game that can get me to just explore or just do random things and have a blast is a great game. So like I'm a huge fan of Skyrim. For that reason alone, I can just do whatever in that game. Far Cry, I freaking just hunted for like a couple hours and just focused on doing that, exploring the world. And even this game, I was surprised. Like it's very linear in a sense, but the world itself has a lot of diverging paths, which you have the option of checking out to see if you can find another audio log, which really adds to the story, or maybe find a hidden item or something. So you're really rewarded for exploring.
Now that you're out of yours,
and
you might realize cages.
It's really great. Despite like the linearity, this game, it feels open. Like you feel like you're in a real
You didn't like what you chose.
city almost. It's really well done. I was really surprised, especially since they're making this city actually like populated compared to Rapture and Bioshock 1, where it was just by like crazy people. And this one, it's like an actual like still like thriving city, albeit filled with like religious fanatics and two opposing factions that are fighting against each other. So okay, there's gonna be another cutscene right now, so I'll be right back in a little bit, guys.
Now see how he's rewritten his own.
Seed of the prophet. But for a single week, Comstock had a child. My books never mention anything about a child.
That's quite an omission. Can't imagine that was by accident.
But the child took ill, and Our Lady prayed for the... That's my tower.
Lo, while Daisy hath murdered my beloved, she shall not have the child. She shall not come betwixt her and prophecy.
The seed of the prophet shall sit the throne and drown in flame the mountains of man.
You're Comstock's daughter.
No, I can't be. I can't.
He wants you to follow in his footsteps.
Well, I want a puppy, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna get one.
Elizabeth, little help?
Okay, now we're back, and we are gonna, do some more fighting. Of course, there's gonna be a lot of fighting in the next few, in the next like few minutes here. Just damn, there's a lot of fighting, and it's really fun too. So that's quite the revelatory experience right there. You just heard that little cutscene. Well, not really a cutscene, that little audio thing where you find out Elizabeth is Comstock's daughter, and based on the religion that he created, she is destined to lead. So she is what they call her, the Lamb. Yeah, so they call her the Lamb, and she's destined to lead after Comstock is done, or he's dead. And it's really cool because like he created like this religion based around himself, and the whole it's really funny because like they have a fantasy story. They have like their own birth narrative, which is kind of similar to Jesus, where they say Lady Comstock was only pregnant for 7 days before she conceived Elizabeth, and this child has special powers. It's very similar to Christianity in respect to having a divine child in this whole like narrative. So it's very interesting. I wonder if like you can use this game to, you think it like if Comstock's religion on the Founding Fathers is kind of similar to Christianity or many other religions, but that's a whole dialogue I don't really want to get into right now, because it's very impassionate people, and even if not a lot of people watch these, I don't want to piss off like a few people that do. So I'm gonna avoid that. So it's just just food for thought. Just think about some symbolism and stuff. It's really good to think about things, and it's really actually fun to kind of like think about symbolism, especially in like a lot of media and stuff. I know I get a kick out of it because that's one of my favorite things. Well, it's one of the things I actually enjoy doing in college is writing papers. I know it seems kind of sacrilegious to a lot of people, but I really enjoy writing papers, even more so than like doing a test or something, like a multiple choice test, because well, it's fun. You get to argue something and pick a topic you really want. Especially most papers aren't very specific, and most of the time you can argue whatever you want as long as you can accurately defend it or just give a good argument for it. So, again, if you notice, we got a new gameplay thing that just opened up with Elizabeth. The tear system, so you can see I was talking about using cover and the hooks. So you only can have like one of these open at a time, and sometimes you can even do like a turret or something. Like every now and then there's like rocket turrets, which are really helpful. So you see like there's a sky hook up here. I don't really need to use that right now, so it's no big deal. See, and then you can do vending machines. It's really, really cool, actually. And I think it adds a really great little gameplay balance. There's nothing that's too dramatic, but if you use it effectively, it can really assist you. I suppose it's like a lot of things. So, yeah, so, you know, just keep moving along, keep moving along. Oh god. Demonetize the Patriot. So I think those little like Patriot statues are robotic Comstocks. That's what it seems like to me. So you see, you can activate the tear and get like a turret and stuff. So it's kind of going to be a mini boss battle right here, and these enemies are fairly like common later on in the game. You fight quite a few of them. I think over 20 or something by the end of the game. So these little robots, and they have machine guns that really hurt. It's really, they're kind of powerful, but if you can get behind them, you can shoot them from the back at the gears, and it does a lot more damage, and I really recommend doing that. But remember that RPG I picked up a while ago? Now is its time to shine. We're going to enjoy using this RPG. Oh, pulled out my machine gun. Okay, gotta get a little bit of distance. The RPG has really big splash damage, actually. I was kind of surprised with how much it was, because I almost kill myself a lot with it. Okay, so he's talking a little bit more. I apologize for talking over this stuff, but it's really, there's a lot of it. So basically, Comstock is planning to attack Slate, and he wants to go out like a champ, baby. And he's kind of hoarding the little electro, the electro thingy, or electroshock, or whatever, the vigor.
All done.
Okay, so you saw I use the lockpick, and basically there is none of the vigor left in this room, which kind of sucks because he kind of used it all like a dick.
The whole place is ransacked. Ain't no shock.
Yeah, okay, there's no shock jockey. Sorry, I just listened to the name right there. I was getting confused. Yeah, so there's no shock jockey because he basically took it all, which I really enjoy, because I think in this game I noticed that if you miss like a vigor, there's other opportunities to get it, or at least that's what I think there are other opportunities to get them, because if you just collect like the Bronco one again, like you'll see like the Bronco vial, but it'll just be salt. But I don't know if you miss it, you can get it again at later dates. They give you opportunity to get them all, basically, even if you miss them. Except for, I think there was like a couple of them though. One of them you have to buy, I believe, and another one was like really hidden, and that was kind of I like that. That's kind of weird. Okay, so we're gonna do some more fighting against Slate here, and you know, fun stuff. Gonna do another fighting in this whole courtyard thing. I don't like fighting in this courtyard. It feels a little weird to me. It's a little bit forced.
He's coming for Slate.
Where, but you just wait for him. I picked up the little Robo Comstock's little weapon. I shouldn't have. This thing kind of, I don't like using these little Gatling guns. It really sucks. I like that. It really does suck.
But that's all he's getting from me. Just give us the vigor. We don't need to do this.
I'm sorry. Like, there's a lot of like talking going on right now in the video right now. But Comstock is basically saying he's not going out without a fight, and Slate is saying he's not going to go out without a fight, and Comstock is going to attempt to kill him. So it's nothing too like important. It's just a little bit nicer. So he just sends a bunch more guys to attack, and it's basically ineffective. God damn, this Gatling gun sucks. But okay, I have to say something. The shotgun in this game has quite a lot of range, and it's very good. I was very, very surprised. Where, like that in this game, the shotgun is great. It's one of my favorite weapons of the game. It one-shots a lot of enemies when you're up close, and especially a lot of the enemies will attempt to get closer to you. And coupled with the electroshot or the crows, you can basically stun enemies in place and keep them still while you just poke them off with a shotgun. God, this guy likes calling me a Tin Man, which is funny because it references itself in the achievements. If you beat the game on easy, you get something called the achievement's called Tin Man, which references this, where he's basically saying like you're weak, which is it's kind of his go-to derogatory comment. It's very silly to me, really, but hey, who am I to judge? He's kind of crazy. So these fire guys are kind of a bitch to take out. As you see, I just pumped like 4 shots into him, but they give you a health pack anyway, so that's really convenient to use those. Ooh, we got another little audio log. Slay, ooh. See, eye patches are cools. And Elizabeth does this a lot. I think it's my one annoying thing in the game is when you're outside of combat, or even in combat sometimes, she'll turn around and give you coins. And it's kind of handy if you're kind of low on money, but it's kind of annoying. She does it a lot. Not even like a. It's not me like overgeneralizing it, but it happens a lot. Ooh, damn! They're fucking me up right now. Let's see here. Let's go. Go away. See, so you can see there's tears of medical kits, and there's actually like one of these in almost like every single main like boss area, which is really, really helpful because you can kind of plan out, so you can like go and like maybe blitzstreak the enemy or something, and then make your way over to a health pack or something. Or like if there is a skyline, most of the time there's like one right next to the skyline, which is some of my favorite ones. When like they're a little bit out of the way on the skyline, what I do is I jump on the skyline, do like a skyline strike, and then go right in the middle of the group of enemies. They start to overwhelm me a bit, so I jump off in the skyline and go over to the health packs and basically do like a series of hit and run attacks. Basically, the first-person mechanics in this game really are cool. They're very simple, but it's easy to learn but hard to master, I think is the best way to describe it. If you can get the basic grasp of a lot of the stuff fairly easily, but when you start mastering some of the different techniques or like how to plan out attacks, the game gets like super in depth. So there's gonna be another cutscene right now, so I will be back in a little bit.
You're not done here, soldier! Eat everything that's on your plate! Finish it! You're a Tin Man now! A Tin Man!
Like that. Okay, and we're back. We got the shock jockey. I let Slate live because, you know, it's just I don't want to kill anyone, because that's kind of fucked up. Okay, so now we make our way back to the little button, and now we have shock jockey. We can go back to the blimp and keep moving on in this game. So again, it's just more running, you know, a lot of running actually. Quite a lot of running. It's Lady Comstock, who's Elizabeth's mom. It's really, really weird. But of course, Comstock's men, I believe, start attacking. So we gotta fight our way out a little bit. Again, of course, she has a coin again. It's very, very a lot. It gets a little annoying, but it's free money, so I'm not gonna really. It's a very minor gripe, and an otherwise, like, perfect game. It's so good. Oh shit! See, you can see this is damn. There's the crow guy. The shields kind of take a decent amount of time to pop up. Oh, I'm gonna die. Yep, there we go. Fall down. Oh, that was awkward for you kids. Okay, so for like the rest of the Let's Play, I'm going to be probably editing out a lot of my deaths. It's because they're kind of a time waster, especially since, like, okay, there's these enemies here. I died, so yeah, I'll do like a quick edit out of that cutscene or where I get right back. So you see I have to like walk all the way back, and it's just an annoying little time waster. So after this moment, I will be editing those out. But I did it so people can see for the difficulty. As you can see, most of the enemies they regain a little bit of health, but they don't regenerate or anything. So that's really, really convenient. So you can kind of, you know, use your def to, you know, just weaken a few people. You know, just do shit. Ah, so still fighting off people. God damn. Okay, here we go. Here's the vending machine. I like how it's not real time. If like you could never do that in a Dead Space or anything like that, because well, it's not in real time. So that about concludes this video, guys. So see you later.
You showed me. Sometimes you have to do what's necessary to survive.
There's survival, and then there's finding pleasure in the act. Look, you seem like a decent enough sort. That said, less you know about me, the better.
Soldiers.